What is up, everyone? New episode of Murray Chat. We got 3 topics to discuss on the newest Murray Chat. Let's get right into it. There's some big ones. Halo on the Xbox 360. The Halo series, all the series on the 360, the servers will now be shutting down. They will be shutting down January 2022. 343 Industries has announced a minor adjustment to the planned sunsetting of Halo game servers for the Xbox 360, where online matchmaking and other functionality has been planned to end in December of 2021. So this was planned. The new date for the new server shutdown is now the 13th of January 2022. The following 360 games will be sunsetted: Halo Reach, Halo 4, Halo 3, Halo 3 ODST, Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, Spartan Assault, and Halo War. So pretty much all the Halos that ever came out on the Xbox 360. After that time, all of the games will still be playable in single player and with some local multiplayer options, but the central Xbox Live servers will be giving you the cold shoulder. And then they show you here how it actually will break down. Sunsetting Halo 360 servers in December, but it's January now. So before we get on to the next topic, let me jump back. And give you my take. It sucks. It blows. And I'm not a fan of stuff like this. Now, I'm a realistic person that is a logical person. It's been 14 years. Servers cost money to run. And like they said, they want their focus to be on current gen and the future of Halo. And now with Halo Infinite and the Master Chief Collection, understandable. I mean, 14 years. You know, we've already been through 2 cycles now of the console. You know, President Bush was president back then. All right, think about it. How long ago that was. But here's my problem with it. This is my thinking. It really, really makes you think about the future because it's going to happen to everything. Eventually, the games you're playing now that are new, one day it's going to happen to them. See, this is the problem with online. This is the problem with depending on online. What about games that are solely dependent on running online? Eventually, what's going to happen is that one day you're not going to be able to play those games. This is just an multiplayer situation here. I mean, you can still do the Halo single player, but what about overall? Anything that's tied to a server, whether it's an update, whether it's a patch, whether it's DLC. Look at what they just did with Forza 7. I mean, some games that aren't even that old. Look at Nintendo. Look how Nintendo sunsets games left and right. Look at like the Wii servers shutting down. Look at like how they stop support on certain games after a while. What about games like Diablo or Minecraft or Fortnite? I mean, without the servers, your game box, whether it's physical or not, is useless. Like I hear a lot of people say, oh, you got to collect physical. That's really not even the case anymore. That doesn't even matter. Some physical games aren't even technically physical. It's not physical like it was on the NES and N64 days. Some are just a disc, a code in a box. Or sometimes they are a disc, but the game is solely reliable on multiplayer. It's like No Man's Sky. So you're as good as the server. Once server's shut down, your game is dead. Look at games that come out on PlayStation and Xbox that don't make it. They get cut early, like Lawbreakers. Remember that? Remember Lawbreakers? What about Anthem? You know what I mean? When those servers shut down completely. What if a game doesn't do good? Even if it's a game that you like. Look at Battleborn. Dead in the water. Don't matter if you have I have a physical copy of Battleborn. It don't mean diddly. It's done. Done. Something to think about. Something to definitely think about. Let's go to the next topic. Nintendo Switch Online expansion. High price, possibly because of Sega. So apparently, after reading through this, I believe it was Emily Rogers. Yeah, Emily Rogers, she's a leaker. And by doing some digging, she found out that Nintendo apparently paid a very high price to Sega to get the Genesis games on there. Now, why they felt they had to listen to them and pay that, if this is true, not sure. Not sure why they felt that they had to when there's so many other ways to get these Sega games. Yes, the games are very good. Yes, the games are definitely worth it. They're classic games. But there's other ways to get these games, and I'm not sure why Nintendo folded. And if they were forced to pay this ridiculous licensing price, not sure why they did this. But Nintendo Switch Online expansion price shocks players. Licensing costs are likely the main culprit behind the Nintendo Switch Online expansion. Bold price. I heard Sega were paid very, very well. This is notable because Sega weren't big fans of Wii Virtual Console services due to the low sales revenue split and the lack of marketing, hence why Sega didn't support the Wii U Virtual Console. Remember that? So they're probably making up for it. That's the only thing I could think of. And then let's jump right into our third topic here. Nintendo Switch Online expansion is a buggy mess. People are having problems. They said the online is a joke. If a player pauses or lags out, their whole game is corrupted. There's graphical errors and glitches in like Ocarina of Time and Mario Kart, and there's the Mario 64 starting screen is warped, the audio's warped, the title screen is warped. Games are loading slow. The online is a joke. Holy shit. Ocarina of Time on Switch is so bad, it might actually be worse than the Wii U Virtual Console. The emulation used in Super Mario 3D All-Stars for Super Mario 64 makes its return. Ocarina of Time, N64 versus Wii Virtual Console versus Switch. And look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look. Ouch. There are even graphical glitches in several games tied to fog, draw distance, and water textures, as well as other weird quirks, including Mario Kart 64, thinking a controller pack is required to save time trial data. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Ouch. So, oh boy, I hope they come out with a hot fix. I think they're going to need more than that. What do you think, guys? Comment below. Have you tried the new expansion since it went since it went live, have you tried these new N64 games? I heard the Genesis games are running good. Good, because they paid an awful penny for them. The Blue Blur is on there. And what do you think about the Halo series on the 360 being sunsetted? Do you still play the 360? Do you still play Halo on there? I guess pretty much everybody moved to the Master Chief Collection. But let me know in the comments below. This is the newest episode of Murray Chat. Murray out. Thank you, guys. Make sure you check out the Pixel Corner podcast on Apple and Spotify. I'll see you in the next episode. Wow. 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 This is some crazy stuff, man. Crazy week for news.